Hello, you guys. Welcome to my May wrap up and my June kit reveal, and we will pick what we're going to do for Product Focus Friday for the month of June. I've got a bunch of my June goals already written down, a lot of similar things. Some things working ahead because I've got something coming up that I'm super excited about, so I want to make sure I set time aside to work ahead. That is one of my main goals this month, is to finally get ahead in some things. So I won't be playing along with 30 Days of Sketches best of every day. If I have one that it works or it looks good with something I'm already doing, like my Product Focus Friday or that, then I'll probably do it. For sure one I'm going to do, I know for sure. We're taking a break for Stash Smash this month just to give Rebecca and I both a break because we both feel like we can't get caught up. And it's not caught up in scrapbooking. I will never be caught up in scrapbooking. I will always have stuff to scrap because I'm still scrapbooking things from when my child was a baby. So it's not that, but like YouTube wise, getting things done ahead of time so you don't feel rushed and you don't feel like your creative brain is being pressured. So then you don't really feel creative and then you get burnout. And that's just been the cycle lately since kind of like March. So, and I have Tuesdays in the Attic I haven't done for you guys yet that I had planned to do, but then I remembered I had some design team stuff I had to do, so that took precedence because those are representing somebody else, whereas just Tuesdays is just my own series. So I apologize for all the behindness and all the lateness. My goal in June is to not be doing that anymore because I do have some time off in June here and there, so I'm hoping that I can relax and use those days, except for a lot of the days my son is home, and it seems like whenever he's home I don't get time to craft because he needs my attention all the time, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, dude. Okay, I love my child. So things like that I want to do. So I want to get kind of ahead on things. We've got Scrap 5 coming up this month. I've got Product Focus Friday coming up. Craft IQ is coming up. First Layer is posting today. Off the board, a Christmas in June, of course, Stretch the Sketch, got my Confessions of the Paper Addict to do, Simple Stories, all these fun things, and Tuesdays in the Attic. So I'm going to continue working on my son's school album. I've got pictures I need to actually get printed to finish school album, 2019 album, which is another thing I wanted. I want to organize my 2020 album because I have a lot of pages done in my 2020 albums, I should say, 2020 albums. But I need to organize it to figure out what else needs to be done. 2021 I want to keep working on. That's the 52 favorites style. I would like to start printing some 2022 photos and start scrapbooking some of those stories. I have been better at journaling when I feel like there's a story to be told. I do take pictures and things, and then December daily. So those are kind of the main things I'm focusing on. And then if I'm going to pull any other photos, it's going to be 2014. So you'll probably see a lot more 2014 stuff being done this month. Maybe some 2019, more nieces, but I'm kind of want to focus on my smaller albums a lot more this month too, and try and work on 2021 more and December daily more, and get some of those worked on. Just kind of, you guys can see more of my thing now, can't you? So I'm gonna move this back over here so it's more. I want to make sure you guys can see this because I kind of shifted everything. Okay, now that I futzed with that for way too long, let's get on with showing you what I have left of my May How to Kill a Kit with Style. Like hardly any papers, lots of embellishments, but I had a ton in here in the first place, so I'm not too worried. I only have one sticker left on that sticker sheet. I used these alphas like 3 or 4 times. Chipboard, I didn't use these florals hardly at all. And I've got all these little LA Studio kits, the cut apart tags, lots of things. I almost used this whole thing. That made a dent in that. I made a dent in these. I did not make a dent in these, even though I pulled them out and set them aside too, and I didn't. Labels, more LA Studio stuff. I did do all these except for the green, so that was exciting. More of those labels. these embellishments that are from some random Jed Hanfield and Amy Tan collections and put those back in there. These Ellie Studio things. So I made a dent in a lot of the embellishment things, but not, you know, didn't use them up, which is not a big deal. I'm kind of going to keep, I think, these close because I want to try to use some of them up this next month. But yeah, paper-wise, I just have, for 12 by 12s, these 2 chunks left. And then I have, oh, and then some smaller chunks. And then for the, here's more tags from that cut apart. This is a chunk from a 12 by 12. Here's a branding strip, branding strip, branding strip. This is a piece. And then, oh, a doily. And then the 6 by 8 pad, I used actually a decent amount. I have, these are the only ones that are full. And it was 2 of each. It was 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I used 20 sheets. I mean, oh, this one's not even a full one. 19. Oh no, I think that was 20 because I was counting on top. And so I have some partial sheets, which is fine. Some chunks. These, use them to back cut files, which is fun. Yeah. Some partial sheets, but I used quite a bit of them. Oh my gosh, I can't pick them up. For backing cut files, these are like perfect size. So I'm going to keep that all together. One little flower fell out of my flower pack. So that, I mean, that was pretty good because it was a lot of paper and a lot of beautiful paper. And so I used quite a bit of it and I don't have too much left. So that makes me happy there. So I'm going to put that in this kind of leftovers folder I have. And then explain to you what I'm going to do for June, which is a little unconventional, but it's getting out of hand, so I feel like I need to tackle it. I'm going to put this stuff all in here. And I would say this would be my focus, but this isn't going to be my focus. My focus is actually going to be, here, I'm going to put these in my 6 by 8 bin. So I'm just going to keep this stuff in this little envelope and nearby in case I decide any of that also needs to get pulled in or used. But my how to kill a kit for June are these bins. These are my like leftover bins. When I pull something out to use and I use some of it and there's not too much left, I'm just shoving them in here. And look how full they are. These are all just scrap pieces and a couple branding strips and some bigger scraps that instead of putting them away, I just shoved them in here. And there's stickers. There's, oh yeah, and then this container. This container too. Same. Some random brads, some sequins, some epoxy things, some wood chip, some, yeah. These are what I'm going to work on. So I'm going to try and draw inspiration from these items and try to see how much I can condense this down, use up some of these alphas. Yeah, that's my goal. So I'm going to work on these. And then if I need to pull in papers, I will pull from that leftover bin or my scrap bin or any other collection that I kind of have hanging out to try to use up. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to try and pull inspiration and use these things first. So kind of like essentially the whole thing is a scrap backwards. If you guys aren't in that group, I'll have it linked down below. But that's kind of what it is because this is getting out of hand. And a lot of times I see this stuff and I'm like, oh, I don't want that for that, but that would be this cute, really. And I have tons of pictures, so it's not like I can't pull these bikes and not find a bike picture. So the only problem with doing that is I probably won't get to stick with my, I want to work on this album theory for this month. So I'm not too worried about that. But if I can pull from photos from those first versus any other time that I want to work on, then I will do that. But this is what I'm going to gravitate to. So I'm actually going to pull inspiration from the embellishments and those things first and go from there. So I probably will be playing with mixed media a lot because I can see a lot of no pattern paper layouts in my future with all these embellishments and things. And there's some of these things, like I have tons of it elsewhere, but when I grabbed it, I just stuck it in here instead of putting it away. So that's my goal. That's my June How to Kill a Kit. So we'll really base it on like how well these things look. Oh, that's just after I get those done to see what happens with it. And some of the stuff, like after I really like, there's one sticker left. After I use it, I might be like, or go through some of this, some of it I might be like, oh, that's just trash. There's a lot of, this is a lot of like little pieces of paper, like for stamping on or trying out, like they turn into this where I just try out stamps or ink blends and then it's trash. So that's kind of like, yeah. So anyway, so that is what we're doing. So it's these bins. So I'm going to move my adhesive bin out of the way and we're going to work on these. So I'm going to put them back in front of me. So that's what we're going to work on. So when I go to create a layout that doesn't need to have any other product, I'm going to be like, okay, what in here makes me think I can do a page with? And that's what we're doing. Or maybe we'll work on cards or something. I don't know. Whatever. So that's my How to Kill a Kit with Style. Very odd, but it needs to be worked on. And it's just getting fatter and fatter. So I need to do something for it. So I literally might, when I'm done with this, go through like this bin first because it's more paper and be like, okay, what can I make out of this? And see what we can come up with. Okay. Let me grab all my Product Focus Friday stuff. Oh yeah, and I have these. They are, I don't know if they're like a garden scissors or if they are shears for paper, but I have them in my stash to see if I like them because I kind of want these kind of scissors, but they might be more for, they might be for sewing. I'll have to look this up. Klaus. I'll have to look that up. Stainless steel. They were my mom's, so I'm not really sure. So I'm going to look that up. And then let me grab my Product Focus Friday stuff and we will draw for what the heck we're going to do for June. And since my son is sitting down here, I'm going to make him draw, but I have the categories in here. He picked tools. So we're going to do tools. All right. He has picked, the oval shape. Fussy cutting. So regular scissors. Punch boards. I haven't played with my punch boards in a long time. And embossing folders. Didn't we just do embossing folders in the Creative Memories tool? We did. So we're gonna have him pick two more. Two more, please. I know that's cheating, but you know. Stapler. Oh, we did the stapler too. We haven't done this freestyle pen. Okay, I'm just gonna pick one more. This one. I want something fun. Circle cutter. Okay, let's do those. And he drew Chamel. Perfect. Okay. We will play with Chamel. I have a whole drawer of Chamel that I need to reduce down anyway, so that works out well. Okie doke. So we're playing with Chamel this month and our tools. And I have a lot of fussy cutting I can do for her, so that's always good too. All right, so now we know what we're doing for Product Focus Friday. You guys kind of know my goals, and you know what my How to Kill kit is going to be. Oh, and by the way, these are wire cutters. I'm pretty sure I remember her buying them for us doing floral stuff. So I'm going to keep them in my craft room because sometimes I do floral stuff. And also wire cutting is, yeah, crafty. So I'm glad I have these. So we're going to stick them somewhere. But anyway, that's my plans for June, you guys. So we will see you soon. And I'll have that late Tuesdays in the Attic up later today is the plan. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye.